Good morning, everybody. This is Johnny S with another R6 vlog. And today's topic, we're going to talk about the R9, Yamaha R9, soon to be released. Hasn't been released yet. We'll do a little bit of introduction. Another thing, it's very cold today and the ground is wet. I don't know why. Maybe it rained yesterday night, I have no idea, but it's very slippery. So our back wheel is spinning a little bit, obviously because of the cold. The tires are good, so I've got to take care, especially when you're going between the white lines, let's say. They tend to get a little bit more slippery. So a little bit of introduction. My name is Johnny S. Living in Greece, grew up in Australia. That's why we speak in English, and we got a YouTube channel. 44 years old, and we're on top of a Yamaha R6 2006 model. And today's topic, as we mentioned, is to discuss about the R9. It's going to be a short topic. I'll try to keep things simple, and straight off the bat, I will begin by saying that I'm very against this. I had done a video in the past which was relating to the Yamaha R7. I had mentioned that one of the not so good things that Yamaha has decided to do, and the main driving factor behind this, is to bring down production costs, become more competitive, whilst simultaneously they are let's move a little bit. While simultaneously they are trying to follow the regulations and the emissions and all that crap. Which is a valid reason. I do understand, don't get me wrong. But it's got nothing to do with performance, with actually trying to make something better. It's got nothing to do with evolution. Try to keep that word in mind. You know, technology involves, engineering involves. Therefore, also companies that make different machines, in general, the concept is that, you know, they involve also. Unfortunately, this is not one of these cases. We have rather gone backwards. So yeah, I do understand that there's specific regulations that we gotta meet, and that there's specific things that companies need to follow. But, you know, based on that, it should not be the only driving factor, you know what I mean? If you're going to sacrifice so many things, including the history of a company, both in performance, quality, and what it's able to provide to the users, I have no idea. I've seen many reviews, videos, vlogs from different channels. There are quite a few negative ones. There's a lot of people which are against it, but a strange, interesting thing that I've noticed is like a stupid bitch. The strange, interesting thing that I've noticed is that everybody's trying to kind of support this. Not everybody, most people. You will hear a review and they will say like, three-cylinder bikes are not really my style. You know, I really don't like them. But this seems to be like a good idea that Yamaha has done. Like, how the fuck can you say one and then go straight away to the other? So it's as if they're saying that, how I understand it, I literally understand this as if someone is saying, I'm never gonna get the R9 or the R7, but fuck yeah, okay, whatever. I really don't give a shit about you all. So yeah, this is not my style. I don't like to sugarcoat shit. If I don't like something, I don't like something. I mean, if I think something is fucking stupid. For me to get it, I will say that it's fucking stupid, you know what I mean? Obviously, if somebody likes that, can get it, but not the vice versa. I will say something like, you know, I believe that this machine is not doing justice, it's not good in this and this and this and this area, I will never get it, so forth. But if somebody really likes that stuff, fair enough. Like we'll say it like that. Not I don't like this bike, but it's fucking awesome. Not I will never buy this bike, but it's fucking awesome. Look at this fucking idiot, man. Look at this fucking idiot. I don't know. Today is one of these days again. It's one of these days again, guys. Yeah, this is something that has really got me, you know, baffled as far as, you know, people defending this shit. The Yamaha R9 and the Yamaha R7 is fucking stupid. It's crap. And there's a lot of people that are trying to excuse the R9 in comparison to the R7, and I heard this comment phrased a lot, which is not really true. And they keep on saying the R9 is going to be a great bike. Sometimes those people that are supporting R9 are bashing R7. The R7 was really disappointed, but now that we're going to get the R9, it's going to be something between the R6 and the R1. So it's an improvement, it's going to be much better, and you know, so forth. That's not the fucking case. Again, the R9 is a beefed up version of the R7. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to fucking understand that. The R7 is based on the MT7 and the R9 is based on the MT9, MT09 if you want to call it. It doesn't take a fucking genius to understand that it's just those two bikes modified to kind of emulate, pretend to be super sport bikes. And they're not super sport bikes. They will never be super sport bikes. They will never be super sport bikes because there's specific things that, you know, they don't have to be super sport bikes. I've mentioned this before on the R7, that's why I don't want to take too much of your time. We'll start from the main component, which is the design, the concept. What's the target? What was the goal of designing the R7 and the R9? They began with something else. As long as they began with something else, so as long as you say, yeah, you know, they have been based on the MT7 and MT9, then that's your answer to whatever the fuck you want to say, you know what I mean? Their initial purpose was something else, which has been modified for something else. It was not to a fresh start, like the R6, the R1, they were a long time ago built to be racing bikes, sport bikes on the road, you know what I mean? Yamaha has taken races with this, so it's a tragic fucking thing that Yamaha is doing. I was hoping that maybe they will not do it, even though I had heard rumors about the R9, and I had heard rumors that, you know, R6 and R1 will be discontinued. There will be bikes, there will be non-production bikes, meaning they will stop making them and selling them. They will be only for track. So Yamaha is still going to have the R6 and the R1, and they're going to partake in races, but they're not going to develop this, which is fucking moronic. Like, I don't get it. But anyway, each to their own, you know what I mean? Each to their own. So yeah, it is a little bit of a tragic thing, let's say, to actually have Yamaha take this decision and go down this path. We do not like it at all. We don't like it at all. And now, because some people will say this is just your preference and so forth and so forth, I'm going to try to state some points in order for me to back up this opinion and why I believe that it is the way that I believe it is. I've got an R6, 2006 R6, okay? Okay. Let's say I go ahead and I buy the R9. What do I get? What are the upgrades that I get? let's compare it that way. Those people, you know, I don't understand. People seem to be fucking silly. People are being fucking silly. They're pretending not to understand what shit are, you know. My bike at the moment makes around 110 horsepower, and I'm being moderate on the wheel, braking horsepower. Okay, 110 braking horsepower around. Some people say it's more, some people say less. The R9 makes the same horsepower as per specifics, as per specs. They are claiming it to have 117 horsepower, which I think is engine horsepower. That's what I'm saying. It's probably even less horsepower. Even if it's not less, at best case scenario, it will have the same horsepower as my bike has. But that horsepower is produced at 9,000 RPMs. The R9, as per showcase, because specific things have not been released from Yamaha, so we do have limited information, but they have mentioned a couple of things, a couple of pictures and so forth. The rev limiter seems to be around 10,000 something. It's not a high revving bike. It's not a high performance bike. It's none of that shit. My bike makes that horsepower around 12,000 RPM. Huge fucking difference. For those who do not understand, I really cannot go into the fucking process of explaining it again. Go and look at the R7 video. Huge difference. With a rev limiter of around 17,000, 17.5. That's a different power application, you know what I mean? Now, let's talk about torque. It's a much torqueier bike because it's a 800 and something cc engine. Fair enough. But it doesn't produce that much more torque. So there's around 60 something, 67, 68 something Newton meters of torque. What the fuck is it doing, man? There's around 60 something Newton meters of torque. This bike produces around 56, so we're talking about 10 less newtons. Alright, so it is going to be, in theory, a little bit more beefy, let's say on the low end. But here's an interesting fact which Yamaha has released about the R9. They're going to remove 2 teeth. They've modified and minus 2 teeth from the rear sprocket. You realize what that does? That cuts down on the power and on the acceleration and produces more top end speed and performance. So it's like they're taking, since we're comparing it to the R6, you know, I mean, they're taking something that has a little bit more torque than the R6, and what did they do? They went and done the opposite thing, exact opposite thing, the exact opposite modification that I did on this bike. I minused 1 tooth from the front sprocket and added 2 teeth on the back sprocket in order for me to produce more acceleration on the low end. Meaning that my 56 Newton meters of torque, as per my modification, will feel much more closer to the 60 something torque. So literally, just to make things more clear, me buying the R9 is going to be power wise, specs wise, statistics wise, as if I'm having the R6, no difference what the fuck soever. But the difference will be that I'm going to get a bike which is not super sport. It doesn't have the chassis to be a super sport bike. It doesn't have the performance. It's not a high revving bike. It doesn't have the sound. It's a 3-cylinder. We're talking about an inline 4 here. that specific noise that the R6 makes, and in general super sport bike makes, you're not gonna get that, you know what I mean? So you're losing. I'm gonna go and pay 12,000. Yamaha said that the price tag will be around 12,000 in order for me to get something less. And this is a response to all those fucking idiots that say the R9 is gonna be something between R6 and R1. No, you fucking idiot. No, you fucking idiot. The R9 is not something between R6 and R1. The R9 is something which is less than the R6. It has managed to come close to it, close to the R6, very close, but in a different way. You know what I mean? More CC, but minus the sprockets to make it top end, so you're minusing torque. More torque, but like that. A little bit of horsepower, but not at the revs, not the high revs. So it just makes no sense. And for them to say this, like you're talking about, they're stating shit as if they don't know, or they're stating things like that for people that don't know. So get your fucking facts straight. If we're gonna go as per the book, my R6 produces 130 horsepower. It was one of the highest powered bikes on its production, and it still remains one of the most hectic 600 bikes. If you want to compare numbers, that's the fucking number, you know what I mean? That 110 horsepower that I'm saying is on the wheel, and it's as per based my dyno chart. You know what I mean? If you want to go by the book, it's 130 horsepower. 130 horsepower, and what the fuck are they doing? 110 horsepower, 117, sorry, for the R9, and 130 for me. So it's got less. It's not between R6 and R1. Hello, retards. Your bus is leaving. Fuck, I love it. I love the fucking stupidity. It's hilarious. Yeah, we can make jokes about it. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I wanted to say. And since you know, Yamaha shows that they've gone down this path, all I can say to Yamaha and anybody that supports that is I'll try to be civil. I was gonna say fuck yous, but good job, well done, retards. Let's just say, at least from my book, you no longer exist. You no longer exist. Anyway, that's it. Sad news, fucking horrific, tragic, moronic, disappointed again. But what can you do? This is the decision that Yamaha has taken. I don't know. Maybe DEI is part of the company, hence why they're doing this. I will not be surprised. There's so many other fucking companies that DEI has fucked over. Why not Yamaha? Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for your time. Hope you are safe, stay safe, always straight up, and we'll talk soon, guys. We'll talk soon. Bye bye.